a guy, remember when Ross Ollendorf had a 4.08 ERA? Not terrible, correct?
Right.
Even
Correct.
back then.
Right.
4.08 ERA. 0-11 was his record.
Yeah, they couldn't get him any runs.
That was crap.
And
I felt as bad as I could for him for somebody that makes six-figure salary
Yep.
at least playing a game. So I can't feel that bad for him. But, I just... Anyway, that's another topic, but I just don't love wins. I don't love pitcher wins that much. That's why I was so happy that one year when King Felix won the Cy Young, even though he didn't have even close to the best record.
Yeah,
he only had 14. He was 14-11 or something.
Yeah, 14-11, 14-12. I remember that.
Yep.
So, let's go ahead. Number 6 is where I put Anthony Rendon. So we had him pretty similar ranked.
Right. So I have 7 as Anthony Rendon.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a big help in doubles. He's a doubles machine.
Yeah, he is.
And
had a big year last year.
If you take his last 5 years, he's only had one bad year.
Yeah,
So
he's pretty steady performer.
Yeah.
There's a guy that sneaks up on people. Don't realize he's that good of a
Yes,
player.
he's almost like Jose Abreu.
Yeah.
He's like that type of guy where
Yep.
he'll pile the stats up, but he's not gonna blow you away just from the numbers. But I guess fantasy is all about the numbers. But he's gonna end up with he's gonna get his by the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean he hit 301 with 100 RBIs, 25 home runs.
He had 100 RBIs.
Yeah, 100 RBIs.
Wow.
He's hitting around Bryce Harper. So.
Oh, and he's an on-base machine, is he not?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he walks almost as much as he strikes out.
On base percentage 403.
Yeah. So, and OPS is a stat for us. So
yeah.
Plate
Which was
discipline
936.
is actually that's why Joey Gallo's not going to show up on this list, even though he might hit 50 bombs.
Yeah, Joey Gallo's probably going to bat about. He's the new Adam Dunn.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and you had number 6. Go ahead and put with your number 6.
That's where I have Josh Donaldson.
Okay.
And I don't think there's really much else to say about him, but if it wasn't for his his quad, he has a quad injury or something like that keeps flaring up.
Yep.
I put him at 6 out of default. I would probably, like I said, rather pick somebody else at a different position and then get some of the guys under him. But as far as I couldn't rank him out of the top 6, he's just too good.
Okay. So if we go on to number 5, who you got number 5?
Freddie Freeman is eligible
Yep.
at third base.
We have the same number 5.
I said this about him before. He's got the same thing going with him that Votto does.
Yeah.
You watch him hit. He's an animal.
Yep.
It looks like his swing is what's the word like? It's like scientific.
Yeah.
It's like scientifically sound. It's just like that's such a beautiful swing. He just has no support around him. I mean, he has a little bit now. They're getting better each year, but
yeah.
I mean, and last year's injury was a freak injury. He got hit by a pitch right on the wrist.
Right. Yeah, that was terrible.
He said,
which gave him the third base, which
Yeah.
Ironically enough helped you this year to draft him at third base because they went out and they traded for Matt Adams, who ended up playing first base and ended up getting really hot. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you my story here in a minute about that.
Yeah.
And then when they came back, they wanted to keep Adams in the lineup with Freeman, so they put Freeman over at third base, which, ironically enough, gave you third base eligibility for Freddie Freeman. So Matt Adams, I went and this was at the time when Andrew McCutchen was batting 200 and couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. So I dropped Andrew McCutchen for Matt Adams, which initially looked like an okay idea because Matt Adams was on absolute fire. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that was a good job. And then McCutchen caught fire, and they were on fire about the same time. Then Matt Adams fell off. McCutchen kept going. That's when I got frustrated. Uh-huh. So
Freeman
is
I could see him finishing second as high as
yeah.
I don't think he'll pass
Arenado. These from 2 to 5 is really close. Really close.
And he's one of those guys that he's like Votto, like, oh, people are hitting home runs now. That's the best thing to do. I guess I'll do that, and then he'll just hit bombs.
Yep.
He's just
it'll still bat
player.
300.
He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I wish he was on the Pirates.
Yeah.
And then we'd have a serviceable third baseman.
Yep.
Okay, number 4. That's where I put Jose.
Maybe the Pirates will sign us one of the free agent studs like Todd Frazier.
Oh God.
Or maybe they'll re-sign Neil Walker and have him play third.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Lovell. I like Neil Walker as a person, as a baseball player, but I mean, these are the types of signings the Pirates do, man. They let you down. Like, oh, maybe they'll finally do something, and then they'll sign I'm surprised they didn't sign Adrian Gonzalez, to be honest.
Oh, my God.
I mean, geez, they're just... Ugh.
Yep.
Anyway.
He's got more frustrated Pirate fans. Anyway, number 4, I have Jose Ramirez.
Me too. Love this guy.
Yes.
I wanted to put him ahead of Chris Bryant. I wanted to, just couldn't quite do it.
No.
Because
I had the same thing. I had the same quantity.
Because the previous year, 2016, he was very good.
Yes.
Last year, he was a superstar.
Yeah.
Is he a superstar? Is he very good, or was he playing out of his mind? Was he just like riding the wave of the excitement of the?
Well, he's only 26.
Yeah.
And he's got a good lineup around him. The Indians can hit.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what you're going to start to get from him, around the 25 to 30 home runs and the 300 batting average.
Look at the steals, 18.
Yeah, he's got great speed.
So would you be okay if he hit 15 home runs instead of 21, but then stole 25 RBI?
That'd still be fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about him too. You got that safety net of steals, so
Yep.
You can, he may not hit for as high of an average. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits a little lower, but
Right.
he's still going to be and he's fun to watch. Fun to watch play.
He is.
Number 3 for me, Chris Bryant.
That's where I got him.
Yep, our lists are the same from here on
Yeah,
out. So
yeah.
3 is Chris Bryant. Last year he showed kind of like how Goldschmidt that one year didn't hit many bombs, but he stole like 30 bases.
Yeah.
Bryant last year didn't drive in shit for runs hardly.
No.
But he had a decent...
111, but he had 111 runs.
Exactly.
That's...
But I feel like you can get high run guys off of the free agent pool.
Yeah.
Better than you can high RBI guys.
Right.
That's the one thing, but that's from hitting second. And so it may not change if he hits second. But there have been a lot of guys that have hit second with 100 RBIs.
Yeah,
He may have just had a weird bad luck year.
I don't know. Just trying to figure out why he hits second in the lineup. This is one of your best power hitters, and you got him second. I never understood it, of course they got what's his face batting first in Chicago. The guy that went to the minor leagues last year sucked. Kyle Schwarber was your number one.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's
because
weird.
of his high on base percentage, correct?
Yeah, Schwarber and Bryant are your top 2 hitters in Chicago. They're number 1 and 2 hitters. I don't understand it.
Well, their speed guys are more like they have what Addison Russell was a bust.
Yeah.
I dropped him halfway through the year last year. I gave him a long leash, and I was like, you know what? Let him be someone else's problem. And he was scooped up by somebody else, and I'm glad. Take him.
Yeah.
Let him bring your team down.
Yep.
Javier Baez, like another guy that might, but he's a big swinger. He's trying to hit it out.
And you got Wilson Contreras there.
Yep, not a leadoff hitter. So maybe it's kind of just out of necessity that these guys are hitting second. I know some teams like to put their power hitter at number 2, but to get him like a few more bats.
Yeah.
By the
That's the only
season.
that's the only reason I could see that he would bat number 2. So
2 is Machado.
Yep. 2
only
got
because
Machado.
he's not Arenado.
Yeah. Pretty much.
He had a down year last year, but he just showed like he can have a bad year and still be an animal.
Yeah. I mean, he batted .259, which he's usually around 300.
But he hit so bad at the beginning, he could not possibly bring that back up to 300.
Right, but he still had 33 homers, 95 RBIs, 81 runs, and still had 9 stolen bases too. So, in a bad year, I think he's capable in a good year of hitting 40 homers with 120 RBIs. Machado.
Oh, damn right.
So, and of course, number 1, if you don't have him number 1 on your list, then you don't know fantasy baseball. This is one of the best players in baseball.
Hits in the best park in baseball.
Hits in the best park in baseball. Has a great lineup around him. Mm-hmm. Nolan Arenado. Listen to these numbers: 309 batting average, 37 home runs, 130 RBIs, which was
100 runs.
Yeah, 100 runs. The 130 RBIs is 29 more than anybody in our top 10 list. 29 RBIs more than anybody else in our top 10 third baseman list. That's unbelievable. The guy is just an offensive machine. The numbers, they slightly drop at away ballparks. He bats a little bit under 300 at away parks.
And that 37 home runs was actually the lowest he's had in 3 years, I believe.
Yeah. So. He has just been,
and no one's arguing like, oh man, Manny Machado would be better if he played at Coors Field. We're not arguing that.
No.
This is strictly fantasy. Is he playing in Colorado this year? Yes. Well then, he's number 1.
Yeah.
And on the Fantasy Pros website, I guess I just found out today that they take the rankings of 22 fantasy experts. And out of those 22 experts, 21 had him number 1. One person had him number 2. That person had Chris Bryant first. So,
okay.
Yeah, whatever.
He must be from Chicago.
Yeah, possible. Unless he sees mega upside, but I don't see how anybody could pass Arenado. I think he's worth a third-round pick overall.
I don't know if
I mean, not third-round pick, the number 3 pick.
I don't know if Corey Smith is a fantasy expert, but he would have done that. He's Chris Bryant. Oh, he's a Chris Bryant homer. Oh, my God, I hate that. Hey, I think he still thinks Chris Bryant is better than Aaron Judge, and I'm not seeing it.
Ooh, now that...
I think Aaron Judge would be a better ball player.
Well, I agree. I don't agree with you. I agree with who were we talking about? Sorry, I zoned out for a second. Corey. Yeah, I agree with Corey. I think Chris Bryant's a better ball player as of now, because he's done it for longer. And,
or a couple years. I mean,
yeah, but
he's had 2 full seasons, Chris Bryant.
I'm waiting to make sure. That's why I'm not drafting Aaron Judge this year. Because he's gonna go. He's gonna go in the second round, and I want to take somebody like Votto.
Well, next week is our outfielder, so
yeah, I think I want to wait it out and make sure that he's not actually like Crush Davis in disguise.
Ooh, because dang, Jake.
No,
well, Jake will agree with you.
No,
Jake
bad Crush, like bad version of Crush, because I could see Judge. I could see Judge hitting in the low 200s. The power's obviously going to be there.
I don't know. I think he's a really good hitter.
I don't think it'll happen, but I can see it happening, and that's why I don't want to take him in the second round.
Okay.
You can't. It's hard to win a fantasy season when your first or second round pick is either a bust or gets hurt.
Yeah.
At least it's possible though in fantasy baseball. That's why I
just like what he does. He does strike out a lot, but
a lot. You mean the most?
Yeah. Still a lot, even though
he's got a 6'8" frame or whatever.
Yeah, he's going to strike out a lot, but he batted .288 with 52 home runs. I think realistically, I think he's going to bat
as a rookie. So his upside could be like 280 and like 60 bombs or more.
Yeah, realistically, I think we're going to go around the 270 batting average.
That's a realistic expectation.
I'd say 250 to 270. But I think he has a realistic chance to hit 50 bombs every year for a while, which is exciting because.
I wonder how many home runs the Pirates hit total yet last year.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even want to know.
100?
No, it was a little bit more than that.
Because you think there's a chance that Judge and Stanton could actually hit more home runs than the whole Pirates team combined?
There's a chance, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what Josh Bell.
Josh Bell had hit a lot more home runs than they expected, so I think he's going to do that. And Colin Moran, I think he's going to hit a decent amount of bombs.
And Polanco supposedly put on all that muscle to become a power hitter.
He needs
and less of a steals guy. So what does he do? Doesn't do either.
Well, he was hurt 3 or 4 times last year. They brought him back too early initially. I mean, he hurt his calf last year, or not his calf, but his quad, I think. Yeah. And they just his hamstring is what he pulled, and they brought him back too early. And every time he started to get hot, he pulled the hamstring again. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that was our top 10 for third baseman. Obviously, Arenado is going to be the best one out there to get. He'll be one of the top 5 taken. With Altuve and Mike Trout.
I think he's number 3.
Yeah.
Who else would it be?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Unless you're looking at pitchers, and I'm looking at pitcher number 3. I'll tell you that much. So next week, I think we're going to do our top 15 outfielders. So there's 3 outfield positions, so we'll put 15 outfielders in there, and we'll give you our top 15.
And then we should do a top 10 overall, or top 20 overall.
Well, what we're going to do is we can do the top 20 overall. Then we're going to do a fantasy draft with 20 overall picks. Each one of us will get 10 picks.
Oh, well, that would be the same thing.
Yeah, sort of the same thing.
We'll discuss it later.
Yeah. And then we'll go from there, and hopefully something starts happening in the free agent market, because it is agonizing to see these guys like J.D. Martinez just sitting out there waiting to see where he's going to go. What if Colorado signs J.D. Martinez? A guy could hit 60, 70 bombs. But he's not going to go to Colorado, guys. I'm just saying that. But they need to get signed. So, Jake, like I said at the beginning of the show, Jake asked a question. I was talking to Jake earlier. By the way, let me throw it out there. Don't forget to keep listening to us on the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network, on the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network Facebook page, the Jake Robinson Sports Experience, and the Grand Slam with Mikey Franks. I forgot to tell you the exciting news. As we went off the air last week, I got another text from the head, TJ Gordon. We're now on iTunes, guys.